Ladies and gentlemen, the movies are back. It felt so good to be there, seeing things on the big screen with the wonderful surround sound and the people walking in front of me 53 times to go to the bathroom. And the guy to my left who could not stay off of his freaking phone for 3 minutes. I love it. Okay, so No Time to Die is of course the final film in the Daniel Craig Bond franchise, which honestly should have been Skyfall. But hey, why not make 2 more movies where we further develop Bond into a character he's never been in order to prove that I guess he's capable of growing and developing alongside the rest of society? And real quick, we'll cover the premise of this film, which is that Bond has left active service and is enjoying retirement in Jamaica. His peace, though, is short-lived when his old friend Felix from the CIA turns up asking for help rescuing a kidnapped scientist. This mission proves to be far more treacherous than expected, leading Bond onto the trail of a mysterious villain armed with dangerous new technology. Okay, so there's a couple things that I really loved about this movie, and the very first one smacks you right in the face from the get-go, and that is the beautiful imagery. I was just in awe at how good this film looked, and it remains beautiful throughout the film as you're taken from places like Italy to Jamaica to Norway. The entire film is just an awesome, beautiful thing to look at. The action sequences were also fantastic, which this is a Bond film, so they're gonna be fantastic. I do remember when I was watching this movie, as I was watching people get shot and killed, it was just weird not to see a lot of blood and like smoking bullet holes and stuff. I think I've been watching too much Squid Game and Tarantino. I remember a certain point watching this movie, I kind of started daydreaming what a James Bond movie might look like if Tarantino directed it. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but just telling you that's something I thought about. Anyway, the thing that I actually loved the most was Ana de Armas's performance in this movie. And unfortunately, she's only in the movie for about 10 minutes. For whatever reason, there are so many scenes that they draw out in this 163-minute movie, yet they only chose to include what I considered to be one of the best co-stars alongside Craig for such a small portion. It was just super unfortunate because I had such a blast watching those two on screen together. I definitely had flashbacks to Knives Out, where obviously she played an entirely different, both people played entirely different characters, but their on-screen chemistry is just so good, and I really, really wanted to see more of that in this movie. Hey, real quick, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to give it that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Okay, on to the things that I didn't like about this movie. As I just mentioned, there were certain scenes that were super drawn out, and some of them felt entirely unnecessary to the film. It didn't feel like they contributed to the story or developed any characters or really gave us anything other than more dialogue and just fluff. There were multiple scenes that I just couldn't understand what they were hoping to convey to the audience. I thought maybe they were attempting to build tension in some of these, but it wasn't even working, so yeah, I was just lost on a lot of those scenes. Okay, this next thing really pains me to say because I like this guy, but Rami Malek wasn't right for this film. I've seen a lot of people say that his performance was lacking, but I really think he just wasn't the right choice to play this villain. That said, this villain was super lame, so maybe Malek deserves a break because he just had to work with what he had, which was a really chill dude with questionable motives and a very uninteresting story and dialogue and interaction with the other characters. So yeah, the villain's one of the blandest villains we've ever had in Bond history, but I do wonder if it may have worked if it had been played by someone else. All in all, I had a good time with this movie. It's gonna land comfortably in a 3.5-star rating for me. And while it's nowhere near the best Craig Bond film, it was a nice ending to this story and is certainly worth the watch. And that's pretty much all there is to say about this movie. It's a Bond film. You've got your car chases, you've got your action sequences, you've got your beautiful imagery, and you've got your really cool technology, which I didn't mention earlier, but there's some pretty cool tech in this movie. So yeah, if you've watched the Bond movies up to this point, you obviously should watch this movie so you can wrap things up. And if you check it out, let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks again for being here. We'll see you in the next one.